Hello and welcome back grade 1 students. I hope you guys are enjoying my videos. Today we're going to continue with Unit 5, Living Things and Their Young. Lesson 1, How do plants look like their parents? Part 4. Are you ready? For today we're going to cover Take It Further section, page 231, 232. We open to page 231. Today we're gonna cover the Take It Further section. Now remember guys, Take It Further section is usually general knowledge, but this time we have a keyword in it that we're gonna learn. Are you guys ready? Take it further. People in science and engineering. Gregor Mendel. Gregor Mendel was a scientist. He used many pea plants to do experiments. He grew young plants from parent plants with different traits. A trait is something living things get from their parents. Again, I'm gonna reread, then I'm gonna explain. Gregor Mendel was a scientist. He used many pea plants to do experiments. He grew young plants from parent plants with different traits. A trait is something living things get from their parents. So Gregor Mendel was a scientist and he used a lot of pea plants to do experiments. He was trying out to check how do the young plants get or what do the young plants get from their parent plants with different traits. What do we mean different traits? Remember guys, as we said, that a trait is something that living things get from their parents. For example guys, you guys get the color of your eyes from your parents, the color of your skin from your parents, color of your hair from your parents. Okay, what else? You guys get as well the height, your height if you're tall or short from your parents. So these are things that living things get from their parents. When we say living things, we mean that the plants, animals and people. Okay, so a trait is something that living things get from their parents. I'm gonna reread it one more time before I continue. Gregor Mendel was a scientist. He used many pea plants to do experiments. He grew young plants from parent plants with different traits. A trait is something living things get from their parents. So we underline, a trait is something. So as I said, we underline, a trait is something that living things get from their parents, such as the colors of their eyes, color of their hair, color of the skin, their height, whether they are tall or short. Okay, are you guys ready? A trait is something living things get from their parents again. A trait is something living things get from their parents again. A trait is something living things get from their parents again. A trait is something living things get from their parents again. A trait is something living things get from their parents. Okay, such as what? Such as the color of their eyes, color of their skin, color of their hair. Clear? Again, a trait is something living things get from their parents again. A trait is something living things get from their parents again. A trait is something living things get from their parents again. A trait is something living things get from their parents. Excellent. Are you guys ready? Let's go. We keep on repeating it until it gets stuck in our head. A trait is something living things get from their parents, such as what? Such as the color of their eyes, color of your hair, color of your skin. Okay? Color of your eyes, color of your hair, and color of your skin. Clear? So far so good? We open to page 232. We have the seed and the flower. We have a round seed and the color was yellow. Then it is a wrinkled seed and the color was green. In the flower we got a white flower and a pink flower. Let's read together. Mendel looked at traits like seed shape, seed color, and flower color. He found out that young plants had traits from both parents. Are you guys ready? I'm gonna reread it, then I'm gonna explain. Mendel looked at traits like seed shape, seed color, and flower color. He found that young plants had traits from both parents. So Mendel was a scientist. He observed, when we say looked, it means he observed the traits, like the seed shape, whether it was round or wrinkled, the seed color, whether it was yellow or green, the flower color, whether it was white or pink. This is the table that shows us the data that he was collecting, okay? He found that young plants had the traits from both parents. Okay, so he found out that the young plants get things from both of their parents, not only one. Okay, clear so far? So you get things from both of your parents, from your mom and your dad. So you might get the color of the hair of your mom and the color of the eyes from your dad. Okay, so you get things from both of your parents. Clear? Let's read together. Mendel looked at how adult pea plants pass traits to their soil, A, soil, B, roots, C, young. So they're asking us, what did Mendel do? What was he observing? How adult pea plants pass traits to whom? When we say pass, it means give the traits, give these things to whom? So A, the soil, B, the roots, or C, the young? Take a minute to think. Mendel looked at how adult pea plants pass traits to whom? To their A, soil, B, roots, or C, young? Excellent, to their young. Of course, it's not to the soil and not to the roots, but to their young. Because we said that a trait is something that what living things get from their parent. Clear? So far, so good? So what do the young pea plants get from their parents? That's what he was studying. The shape of the seed, the color of the seed, the color of the flower. Clear? So one more time, what is a trait? A trait is something that living things get from their parents. Again, a trait is something that living things get from their parents. Again, a trait is something that living things get from their parents, such as what? Such as the color of their eyes, color of their hair, color of your skin. Okay? Clear so far? Let's move on. That's all. Thank you.